Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Shout out to the 19 cousins, folks. And I saw this late last night. I just didn't have the energy. I didn't have the time to get into it, but we're going to right now. As all of you know, I have been very consistent with my belief that Christie Sides is not qualified to be the head coach of this team, that she holds this team back. Even through their winning streak post-Olympic break, when people were apologizing for wanting her fired and people were talking about her being coach of the year and somehow she got coach of the month, I said, no, she hasn't changed. They're just playing really well, and so they're winning despite Christie Sides. And of course, I stand by that, and we're going to get into yet another reason to why Christie Sides needs to go. She is asked in this question about we won't call it final shot, but considering the score and then having the foul, we will call it the final shot, when the Fever had the ball with about, 20 seconds left, 15 seconds left. They're only down 3. It's 75-72 at this point. By the way, this is where some of those foul shots would have come in handy. Indiana Fever, instead of shooting 11 of 20 from the line, just another 1 or 2 free throws, which still would have been a terrible percentage, but you would have been down 1 or 2 points right now instead of 3, which makes a big difference. But Christie Sides is asked about that play that resulted in Aaliyah Boston, of all people, taking a three-pointer. And yes, I know she was wide open. And yes, it almost went in. That doesn't change the fact that that is not the play that you want. It is not the player you want taking the shot. So we're going to listen to what Christie Sides says when she's asked about that question. We're going to take a look at the play. We're going to take a look at a couple of other plays and explain why this is so bad. This is an admission. This is an admission that she is not qualified to coach this team.
There with 30 seconds left, and Aaliyah took the shot. Could you talk us through that possession and what you were looking for in that play?
Yeah, people know it's going to be really hard to get Caitlin a shot in those possessions. Like, we want to make sure, like, she, between her and Kelsey, you give them both options. In that play that we ran, they had a pin and they had a hammer action on the weak side. And they're going to take away something, so you just have to be ready. And AB came to me right before. She said, "Coach, do you want me to spread out to the corner 3?" I said, "Be ready, because they're going to take that shooter away." And it was a great shot. It rimmed in and out. I mean, that was a great shot. This girl has gone and worked really hard on that part of the game. I have a lot of confidence in her to take that shot. I mean, teams are going to scheme against Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell. They're going to do everything they can to make somebody else take that 3. So it's just on us, got to find a way to get the ball in their hands and let them take it. But I was so okay with that wide open 3 by Aaliyah Boston right there.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Didn't even have that option in the play. So I don't know what the play was. Aaliyah Boston had to put herself in the corner. She says that they gave Mitchell and Clark options, but as we look at the play, that simply doesn't seem to be the case. So there didn't seem to be a play to try and get it into Mitchell's and Clark's hands for a shot. She's saying that they're going to scheme against them. Well, of course, but it's your job as the head coach to come up with a designed play that gets you what you want, not say, "Oh, well, our best option's the other team. We know they're going to try and take those away, so F it. We'll do something else and put our weakness out there and allow the other team to use their strength so we can lose the game." Christie Sides said, I am going to lose this game. I am not good enough. The other coach is good enough to design a play to take away my best three-point shooters. I am not good enough to compensate for that, to overcome it, to design a play to get one of my best shooters a shot. So I'm going to give up. That's what Christie Sides just said. Absolutely ridiculous. I want to run through a part of this again because I want to make sure I cover what I cover. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I think there was something else at the end I also wanted to address.
Something, so you just have to be ready. And AB came to me right before. She said, "Coach, do you want me to spread out to the corner three?" I said, "Be ready, because they're going to take that shooter away." And it was a great shot. It rimmed in and out. I mean, that was a great shot. This girl has gone and worked really hard on that part of the game. I have a lot of confidence in her to take that shot. I mean, teams are going to scheme against Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell. They're going to do everything they can to make somebody else take that three. So it's just on us, got to find a way to get the ball in their hands and let them take it. But I was so okay with that wide open three by Leah Boston.
On us, it's on you because you're designing the play to get the ball in their hands, but you didn't. And it doesn't look like you even tried to get the ball in their hands. Yeah, I'll show you that in a minute. But let's get to this because here we go. Okay, so we're going to have Aaliyah Boston's going to hand it off to Lexi Hull. She does have Dantas in, which thankfully, but then that is my other point. You look at this right here, okay? Lexi Hull, by the way, the leading three-point shooter in the league by percentage. Kelsey Mitchell, Caitlin Clark, the only backcourt duo to have 100 plus made threes each in a season. And you have Dantas, who may be the best big three-point shooter in the game. And I believe, going off of memory on this, but I want to say she was 2 of 2 for 3, or maybe 2 of 3 from 3 in this game. And of course, again, they have 23 seconds left. There's nothing wrong with getting a 2 in this situation either. Okay, so we've got 4. Yeah, you wanted to go to Clark, you wanted to go to Mitchell, but we've got 4 good three-point shooters on the court. 4 out of 5. But so let's go through, let's just run this through, okay? Now right there, still 19 seconds left at 75-72. Kelsey Mitchell has her beat. The help is going to be late. If the help's not late, you give that to Lexi Hull, and she has a wide open 3. But it is late. So right there, right where she's making that pass, Kelsey Mitchell should stop and pop and take a little 10-footer over Asia Wilson. By the way, have you noticed over here to the right? Nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing that went on. You had 3 really good three-point shooters, including the league leader and a player who's made over 100 in a season. And there's nothing. There was sort of, I'll run it back. There's sort of, now I want you to watch up top. There is a half-hearted pick situation with Dantas, but it doesn't go anywhere anyway. I'm not sure where Caitlin was supposed to get the ball, but that was not very good. They've got an easy switch and it's away from the ball. Lexi Hull's not even looking. And then they all stand there. They all stand there. There's nothing. There's no opportunity to create anything other than that. That is terrible play design. And please understand, I am not criticizing Aaliyah Boston at all. Yes, she can hit that shot. And yes, it almost went in. But you do not want that shot in that situation. And again, down 3, They had the ball with 23 plus seconds left, bringing it out of bounds. They do not need a three. It's great if they can get one, but if they score early enough, they can take a bucket. Kelsey Mitchell should have gone to the bucket. Once she beats her in there with Kelsey Mitchell's athleticism and quick release, Asia Wilson wasn't getting close enough. If Kelsey just stopped and popped at the bottom of that circle there and took about a 10, 12 footer, and now it's 75-74 with about 18 seconds left, they can foul. They're going to get the ball back down 3 max. And then we've got a chance to see if Christie Sides can actually design a decent play. This was not it. There was no option for Caitlin Clark. She said we're given, what were the options? There were no options. And there wasn't even anything designed really for Kelsey Mitchell. There was nothing designed. We've got the handoff. She comes off here, but there's no pick that did anything. Yeah, there was a little bit of a rub off, but look when Kelsey catches it. Kelsey Plum is already right there in her face. They didn't make them switch. They didn't have Kelsey Plum make Kelsey Plum trail on it. So this play is, you look at this play, that's it right there. That's it. Boston's going to drift to the corner. Dantas, Clark, and Hull are going to stand there. And then it's Kelsey Mitchell's going to go one-on-one. And then, oh my Lord, I can't believe I'm going to say this. This is how bad it was. In a situation where Kelsey Mitchell absolutely should have shot the ball with all the criticism she's gotten from earlier in the season when she shot too often, she passes it to Aaliyah Boston. It makes no sense. None of this is good by Christie Sides. This is a coach who loses games. Without this coach, with an average coach, they win at least 3, 4, 5 more games. Now, we'll go back to this. The Golden State Warriors are down 2 in overtime with 7.3 seconds left. You think they're going to run a play for Draymond Green? By the way, the Indiana Fever had more 3-point. Like I said, they had 4 of their 5 players were 3-point threats. So if you're going to get a 3, even if it's not Clark and then Mitchell, you should have it. It should be Clark, Mitchell, Hull, Dantas. One of those 4 in that order needs to get a good look at a 3. Or look, the way she's shooting, I would have been perfectly fine going Mitchell. Like I don't have a problem with getting Mitchell the ball. I have a problem with how they did it because they didn't do anything for her. She wasn't going to take a 3 because when she caught the ball, Plum was right in her face. But I wouldn't have a problem if they had made her option 1 in this situation if they're going for a 3. But Boston was the only non-option. Unless you're going to spread everyone else out and go traditional sides and get Boston the ball in the paint to try and get a quick 2 to take advantage of a Aces defense that may be trying to play against the 3. Because like I said, 23 seconds left, you're only down 3. Get a quick 2 and then foul. Max, you're down 3 next possession. Max if they make both free throws. But here we go. They're going to run a pick and they're going to knock the player down. Steph Curry, folks. Steph Curry comes off a pick and has all the time in the world. Golden State is down 2. There is now 4.7 seconds left. I think there were 7 left when they were inbounding. And you let Steph Curry just basically come to the ball. He comes from foul line extended to the top of the key, and he is wide open, and everyone knew that Steph Curry's taking the last shot. But yet somehow they were able to design a play and execute that play to give Steph Curry not a look, not an open look, but a wide open look on that 3-point shot. And then I think we actually even showed one more. Now, I will say this one's a little luckier, but again, they're down 2, 3.3 seconds left. Who are they designing the play for? Steph Curry comes off that pick to the ball, backs away because they switched, so the player's trailing. So that is a very smart inbounds pass. So they got a little help from the defense. But again, they designed the play to get Steph Curry the basketball. And they got Steph Curry the basketball. And look what Steph Curry is about to do. He has an open look from three, and he nails it. Michael Jordan was going to have a play designed for him. Now, look, they may not always take the shot. I get that it doesn't always work out. But coaches scheme to get their best player an opportunity. The defense may be so good that that best player decides to give up the ball, yes. But more often than not, they're taking the shot. Larry Bird was taking the shot. Unless Larry Bird himself made a great decision because of how the defense played him, even though he could still get the shot, he might decide that he's got a teammate that's taking a better shot. And I'm just pointing that out because people will come in and say stuff like that. Michael Jordan was taking the last shot. The play was going to be designed to give Michael Jordan the last shot. Kobe Bryant was going to be taking the last shot. Steph Curry taking the last shot. There is no, the fact that Christie Sides is even saying these things is just grounds for dismissal. And she also lied. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'll say she misspoke by saying that she designed something for Mitchell and Clark, but she was okay with the Boston shot. There was nothing designed for Clark. Like I said, there was a little bit of a half-hearted pick when Lexi Hall had the ball in a position that she couldn't have got it to Caitlin Clark anyway. I think that half-hearted pick was actually a decoy, so the defense may be worried about that happening, but there was no way that was actually happening. She did not design anything to get Caitlin Clark the basketball. And truth be told, she didn't design anything to get Mitchell the basketball in a position to take a three either. But I can tell you I would have rather had Mitchell take that too. In fact, now that I think even more about it, even though Plum had her straight up, how about Lexi Hull come for a pick? Or how about Aaliyah Boston come for a pick and then have Mitchell take a shot? Or with her quick release, have Mitchell just straight up shoot that over Plum. I'd rather have that shot. This is terrible coaching. This is the type of coaching that has gone on throughout the season. It's the type of coaching that holds this Fever team back. It's a type of coaching that is why they're 19-19 instead of, 22-16, 23-15, maybe 24-14. But no, they're actually lucky to be 19-19 with this coach. Oh my goodness. I'm going to leave it there. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think of Christie Mitchell? Sorry, Kelsey. Christie Sides comments about the final play. What do you think about the actual final play? You get to look at it again there. Man, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Christie Sides cannot be back next season if this Fever team wants to take another step forward. That's how I feel about it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Really do appreciate it. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will talk to you later.